Since the beginning of the play, we went through several situations that this character experienced, and we also developed a kind of perception about these characters. Sometimes we consider someone villain, someone hero, and more than considering anyone hero or villain, let us think in another way. Literature is often the reflection of reality. Two-way literature can be judged, especially the dramas. Greek dramas were performed on the stage so that the audience or the spectator can watch those drama and follow what is good and reject what is bad. So those are a kind of teaching to the society. That means dramas were made to teach the society. But in the later part, in Shakespearean drama, these dramas are actually nothing but the reflection of the society. It does not teach you what is good or bad. Actually, the dramas are taught are the reflection of the reality. The reality or what the human beings are doing, good or bad, everything is included in this drama. So, this drama is no exception. We have come to such situation where we can give our personal opinion. I can easily remember those days when we started Merchant of Venice and we needed some one full class for only 5 lines. I feel little bit happy nowadays when you see my children does not require any more paraphrasing. They can do these things by their own. And this is the success of this teaching. This is the success of teaching Merchant of Venice to you. So the credit goes to you. Here in this part we have got the situation where Antonio is totally morose with the situation, ready to submit himself into the hands of fate and Shylock, and Shylock has taken Antonio inside his clutches and he has submitted also. Now, what we are going to see that no one in the court of Venice does have the intelligence enough to fight the propaganda, to fight the quest, or to fight the argument of Shylock. They are they have all submitted themselves into the wish, into the strong will of and Shylock. So it's the climax of the drama, and this is according to the syllabus this year, the last scene, the last part, and we have hardly few lines left to see what is going to happen. Most of you know what is going to happen, but let us go through the details of these things so that we can have a valid perception. It should not be like that Shylock is bad, Antonio is good, or Antonio is bad, Shylock is good. It should not be spoken like this. Instead, we should have several logics, proper philosophy to describe the characters. So here you go, children. Start from Bassanio's speech. And what is said here, let us. This is no answer, you unfeeling man, to excuse the current of thy cruelty. So, you are a feelingless man. Who is a feelingless man? Here, Shylock is a feelingless man according to Bassanio. To excuse the current of thy cruelty, to excuse the act of your cruelty, act or progression of your cruelty. According to Bassanio, Shylock is extremely cruel for not listening to them and even not answering properly. Shylock, I am not bound to please thee with my answer. I am not bound to answer you properly and make you happy. It's fact. Since we have the freedom of speech, we do also have the freedom to stay silent or to answer according to our own. So Shylock is not responsible for answering Bassanio or to make him happy with his answer. Bassanio, do all men kill things they do not love? That means should we kill all those things which you don't love? Shylock does not love Antonio. So is it a valid reason to kill Antonio on this very fact that Shylock hates him or does not love him? Shylock hates any man, the thing he would not kill. That means if a man hates anything, should not he kill that? Basani, every offense is not a hate at first. Any offense that is not hate at first. Now, what Antonio did to Shylock, that was an offense. It does not mean it will be a hatred, matter of hatred between them. Now, Bassanio is weak in his logic, and Shylock is totally breaking his logic one by one, the way we bake the bricks. Shylock, what would thou have a serpent sting you twice? Would you allow a snake to bite you twice? So here Antonio is compared to a snake, and he is telling, will I allow Antonio to insult me again? To insult me in different ways again? Antonio, I pray you, think your question to the Jew with the Jew. That means think twice because before making a question to the Jew. Here U stands for Bassanio. So he is requesting Bassanio to think twice before making any statement or before making any question to the Jew. You may as well go stand upon the beach and beat the main flood at his usual height. You can go to the sea beach and you can ask the main flood. Beat means request. Request. Main flood means the huge waves. To bait, bait stands for reduce. It's his usual height. So if someone goes to the sea beach and requests the mighty waves to reduce the height, will the waves do that? Never. A wave will never reduce the height, since that question is invalid to him. It is his natural habit to have huge heights. Similarly, it is useless to ask Shylock for pardon or for mercy, because that is totally a useless question to a man whose heart is as hard as flint and stones. You may as well use question with the wolf. You can ask question to the wolf. Why he hath made the ewe bleat? Here ewe stands for mothership. For the lamb. A, a wolf has killed and eaten a lamb, and for that reason the mother sheep is crying. Now you can ask the wolf, why did he do that? Why did he kill the lamb and made the mother cry? Will the wolf answer you? Never. So Shylock will not give you answer the way a wolf does not give proper answer, or a waves or the waves do not give any answer. You may as well forbid the mountain pines. Forbid means stop, or request to stop the mountain pines to walk their high tops. Walks mean here swing or move or toss. High tops to make noise, to make no noise. You can request the mountain pines to stop making noise when they are threatened, when they are moved with the gust of heaven. That means mighty storm. When you are going to make a request to the mountain pines for not tossing their heads when they are moved by the mighty storm, will they do that? Never. You may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften that. You can do the hardest thing to soften that. When you soften the heart of Shylock, then what is harder? Then you will find what is harder. Everything in the world is easier than soften the heart of Shylock, his Jewish heart. Therefore, I do beseech you, I request you, make no more offers. Don't offer him anything else. That 6,000, 12,000, 36,000 ducats, don't make any kind of offer to him. Use no further means. Don't make any further means or request to him, but with all brief and plain conveniency. With brief means short, and in a straightforward way, let me have judgment and the Jew his will. Here, judgment stands for punishment, and will stands for this Jew's request for the pound of flesh. Bassanio, for thy 3,000 ducats, here is 6. I am ready to give 6,000 ducats instead of 3. Shylock, wherein 6 part and every part a ducat. I would not draw them. If each ducat is 6 times more valuable than the normal ducat, if every ducat 6 times more valuable than the normal ducat, that means 6 into 6,000 equals to 36,000 ducats. I'll not draw them. I'll not take them. I would have my bond. So Shylock is adamant in taking only the pound of flesh and nothing else. Duke, how shall you hope for mercy, rendering none? Rendering means providing. You are providing no mercy to Antonio. How can you hope for mercy? Then you should not also hope for mercy. Shylock, what judgment shall I dread doing no wrong? I have not done any wrong, so why should I be afraid of? You have among you many a purchased slaves, which like your asses and your dogs and mules. You have purchased slaves. Using money, you purchase those African people and make them work like as if they're the domesticated animals, as if like they're the asses, they're the dogs or the mules. You treat them like that. You tie them with chain. You use in abject and in slavish part. You made them do those pathetic, abject means pathetic or poor and slavish part, to do the slavery or to do the pathetic works because you bought them. You have purchased them so you can do that. Shall I say to you, let them be free, marry them to your heirs? Shall I tell you that arrange marriage of them with your children, with your sons and daughter? Why sweat they under burden? Why they work hard and sweat under the burden? Let their bed be made as soft as yours, and let their palates be seasoned with such viands. Give them proper food and make their beds as soft as yours. Your palate stands for dishes. Seasoned with, that means filled up with such viands, delicacies. That means good quality foods. You will answer, the slaves are ours, but you will say, these slaves are ours. So we can do all these things. We can do whatever we wish. So you can answer that. So do I answer you. The pound of flesh which I demand of him is dearly bought. The pound of flesh of Antonio is dearly bought. I worked extremely hard, used my mind, soul, and everything in my character, lost my daughter to get the pound of flesh. It's mine and I'll have it. If you deny me, fie upon your law. Fie stands for shame upon your law. There is no force in the decrees of Venice. There is no force in the laws of Venice that can change my mind. I stand for judgment. Answer. Shall I have it? Will I have that pound of flesh? You can see the attitude of Shylock. He is so adamant and so powerful in his speech while talking, while taking the flesh of Antonio. He has raised that most important issues during that 16th century, the practice of slavery. The practice of slavery. During that period of time, it was practiced in European countries. And he has raised question about that one. He has asked, will you allow them to marry your heirs? Answer is always no. Similarly, Shylock's mercy towards Antonio is always no. He will have his bond. Thank you.